Hello buddy, my name is P.U.N.K, and today we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I have a new deck ready. It's very spicy, contains lots of combos, most of them summoning my entire deck. So basically a regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Modern deck. Anyways, let's go. Every time I start this intro, I get interrupted by this really loud Master Duel music that can't shut up. I should probably take off my headphones while doing the intro, but I don't want to. Anyways, me showing my deck. Did not really prepare ahead of time. So today we're playing punks. I think they're pretty cool, except that they special summon everything. Again, because that's so fun. So, this is a kind of an interesting deck, right? I'm playing mostly pure punks, except I have instant contact and Quillbolt Hedgehog. And also my favorite punk card, Muddy Mud Dragon. What? Why is Muddy Mud Dragon doing here? Well, I'll tell you what it's doing here. It's to summon Mirror Jade. That's its only purpose. The only purpose of Muddy Mud Dragon is to summon Mirror Jade. Because basically, all these little punks, right? They're all level 3 tuners. And if I tune them with Psychic Tracker, that's a level 6. At level 6, it makes a Muddy Mud Dragon. And the Muddy Mud Dragon, it can make a Mirror Jade. Although, now that I think about it, I probably should replace it with, I don't know, Horse. That one Horse card? I don't remember what it's called. Horus. This card. I probably should just replace with this. This one is probably simpler to do and doesn't require 2 extra deck monsters. Oh well. The other main thing is I'm playing 1 copy of Break Sword, 1 copy of Downward Magician, and 1 copy of Zeus. You know, because it's mandatory. Hello, welcome back to the stream. I wish Horus was viable. I wish they made more Horus support. That would be very cool, although it would probably still suck, because it's a level monster. Trying to play budget or what? No, this is just pure punks. Also, I don't have the luxury to build super expensive decks because I recently made Pendulum Magicians. And I'm trying to save up my gems for the next card pack pool thing. Added Mech Knights. Oh yeah, Mech Knights, there's a thing. The thing is that I think I would rather play Instant Contact than Mech Knights. Cause they can get I can get out a level 8 relatively easy using Punk Jam, Dragon Dive, and also Foxy Tune and Ogre Dance. And instead, I am making room for Instant Contact so I can make Aqua Neos and Steam Healer so I can Synchro Summon into a Baron and level 8. Playing Hedgehog. Yeah, I'm playing Hedgehog. It's the greatest Hedgehog that ever existed. It's so I can summon Naturia Beast. Because for some reason, punk cards, they're Earth Tutors. And all I need... Actually, Hedgehog synergizes with Foxy Tune pretty well. I can discard Foxy Tune as well as Hedgehog to special summon a punk from my deck. And then since Hedgehog is on the field, and I'll have a level 3 tuner on the field, I'll get to special summon it, and then summon a Naturia Beast. That's basically the only reason why it's there. I want to add, as much as I want to add Ghost Ogre. Get out of my swamp! As much as I want to add Ghost Ogre, I don't have any copies, and it's a UR. And also, I don't think Ghost Ogre is that good this format, because it's basically completely useless against tier elements. Because it's a psychic hand trap, and I can easily activate it. I can easily add it to my hand using Dragon Dive. So I can search it out, but it does absolutely nothing this format. Maybe next format, when they make it... I heard that one leak they did. Oh no, I can't talk about leaks, I'll get canceled by Konami. But that one... you can't see it right now, but I'm doing air quotes. That one guessing card that I don't know what's gonna come out. Next pack. Wake Up Your Elemental Hero. That searches out the Shadow Mist and special summons it. And once you special summon Shadow Mist, that gets you your mask change. So now Masked Hero Dark Law is now searchable after Wake Up Your Elemental Hero comes out. Take that, Tailments! Alrighty, let's get our duels. So as always, if you want to duel me, go ahead and say so in chat. Otherwise, I'll be... I don't actually care about getting to Worlds, and I don't really care about being competitive. However, unfortunately, I have to, because it gets gems. It gives me gems. No! Why? So I did change my deck a little bit. I took out the Aquaneos and... Not Aquaneos. I took out the Hope Harbinger and I added a Baron. So let's do this. Alright, let's start. I like starting. That is the wrong sound effect, but also kinda works.
It's time to
Thank you, Dan Green. You're the best duelist, like no one ever was. Okay, so we have a Xiamen, which automatically means that we have a full combo. We do not have a Calm of the Grave, so hopefully my opponent doesn't have an Ash Blossom. Please, please, good sir, please don't have an Ash Blossom. He has a Max C. That's fine, I have an Ash Blossom. I activate Forehead! Take that! Alright, let's activate the effect of Xiamen. Oh no, my opponent has another response. My opponent probably has an Imperm. No! The Imperm! Okay, yeah, they're Maxi. Or they're Ash Blossom. This is that fun. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We have a trap card. We still have a trap card. So we have one interaction, and we also have a Max C. Unfortunately, I don't have any other extenders in my hand, though. The Melody of Awakening Dragon. Okay, gotcha. So my opponent's playing a Blue Eyes deck. Ah, he threw away the Lightning Storm. So I believe Blue Eyes, it can just special summon immediately. So I think I'm just gonna shotgun the Maxi here. And hopefully dissuade my opponent from special summoning. So it's probably gonna be the alternative. Yeah, that's the alternative. If my opponent special summons the alternative, I'm still fine because I have P.U.N.K, Nashwari Surprise. So I'm gonna activate it before my opponent gets the chance to activate Alternative Dragon. Take that! Please don't summon anything else. No! No! Please don't normal summon. But why? But why? Why do you have things? Alright, that's fine. I still have an Yugioh P.U.N.K. Sharakusai. So that's probably still fine. Why is this not once per turn? Why is this not once per turn, Konami? Please. Your problem-solving card text. It does nothing.
What am I fighting for?
Okay, so for some reason, my opponent decided to activate Alternative Dragon's effect instead of just, you know, attacking me. So now I take no damage. I really hope my opponent doesn't have another Ash Blossom. Both starting with Ash and C, proving once again the problem with Master Rule ban list and an AI shuffle. I know, right? Yeah! Yeah! You see? My Z Almond's graveyard effect? It has my Z Almond's graveyard effect, it has a built-in lag switch. Let's go! No, it's like one of those banned cards that makes you win the match. Except instead of winning the match, it's a lag switch. Okay, I'm going second. That is very not good for me. Well, punks can still function. Going second is just so can every other deck. Well, every other deck is really good going first. Okay, so we got Emergency Teleport, 2 copies of Jam Extreme Session, and a copy of a completely useless Wagon. So I'm only running 2 copies of Extreme Session in here, which basically means that Wagon has no monster effect. Oh no, my opponent's playing branded Fluffles. I did get Deer Note though, so that's pretty good. So first of all, I'll activate the effect of Jam Session. Then I'll activate the effect of Emergency Teleport, getting me the Z Amen. The only decks I saw ladder flew, Tier, Branded, Runic, basically. This is even worse, I'm playing World Championship qualifiers. Alright, let's get the Foxy Tune. I'm gonna discard my other copy of Jam Session because it does literally nothing. And let's get rid of Jam Session. It's going to summon the Yugioh P.U.N.K. Sharakusai. That's right, I know how to pronounce Japanese syllables. I took 2 semesters of Japanese because I wanted to. Actually, I have a really fun story. Let's do this and this. I have a really funny story of why I know how to play Japanese. Let me finish my turn first before explaining it. Let me finish my turn before I start telling the story. Because if I don't, that's potentially something that's not good. That might turn out really badly. Let's get Rising Carp. Rising Carp's gonna get the Madam Spider and the Deer Note. What are my opponent's face downs? I'm actually terrified. And the Madam Spider. Oh no! The Super Poly! Too bad I still have a normal summon and an instant contact. What is my opponent Super Polying? A Mud Dragon of the Swamp? Your opponent cannot target this card with monsters on the field of the same attribute as this card. Once per turn, quick effect. You can declare one attribute. This card becomes that attribute. Okay. This doesn't really do anything. Super Poly is only once per turn, right? Why is this card not once per turn? Why is Super Poly not once per turn? Okay, so let's summon Psychic Tracker before something else goes wrong. Why does my opponent still have response? Imagine qualifying with no IRL cards. That is hilarious. Alrighty, so I'm not quite out of the woods just yet. I'm gonna activate Jam Session. Jam Session is going to banish the other Jam Session because it literally doesn't matter. And we're gonna summon the Deer Note. I still have plays! You fool! I gotta be careful right now, because I don't have a lot of tuners to extend. Okay, I know what to do. Let's summon the dragon. Let's summon the Dragon Dive. The Dragon Dive is gonna activate stuff. The Dragon Dive is gonna add a card to my hand. The Deer Note is gonna special summon a card. Let's grab... Rising Carp. This might be a mistake. This might be a mistake, right? But... That's okay. We're in the testing phase. My opponent only has a Muddy Mud Dragon on the field. Let's summon the Rising Carp. And let's add the Psychic Wielder to my hand. Please don't have another Super Poly. Why did you draw 2 Super Polys? My god. My opponent just opened up 2 copies of Super Poly because reasons. Okay, once per turn, you can target one face of monster controls, negate that. Why? Why do you have 2 Super Polys? Okay, that's fine. We can still Synchro Summon. Do you feel lucky? Do you, punk? No. My opponent opened up 2 copies of He set 2 face downs and passed. And those 2 face downs, they happen to be 2 copies of Super Poly, which is not once per turn for some reason. Okay, so our Punk Amazing Dragon isn't going to actually do anything. So I think it's better to just summon Psychic End Punisher. Yeah, let's just use Psychic End Punisher. And my opponent's not going to be able to do anything. You can target one monster in the field with less attack than the monster that used this card as material. Destroy it. Okay. Let's activate our Psychic Wielder in the graveyard and destroy his Dragostapelia. He made that Dragostapelia only using my monsters. Okay. Your token's not gonna do anything. Psychic End Punisher is unaffected by your card effects. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 defense and target one monster you control and one card your opponent controls. Banish them. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. I don't have a reason. I don't have a need for Psychic Tracker. Or for Psychic... Yeah, I don't have a need for Psychic Tracker. So I'm gonna just banish this and banish my opponent's card here. And then I'm just gonna attack. Is this game? No, it's not quite game. If I'd summoned Psychic Tracker in attack mode, it might have been game. Now we gotta imperm as backup. Surely my opponent won't draw that the third Super Poly, right? Surely not.
It's no use!
Thank you, Silver the Hedgehog. No! The Fright Fur Patchwork. Alright, so there's the Poly. There's not a whole lot my opponent can do to take care of the Psychic End Punisher. Save for... I actually don't know. I don't know if... Albaz affects Psychic End Punisher. That's... Oh wait, no! No, never mind. Psychic End Punisher is no longer unaffected because my opponent has lower attack, or has lower life points now. That's okay, we can imperm. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's usually because... I forgot about that effect that prevents it from being affected, because I can usually just OTK my opponent on turn 2. I think I might die. Why? Why do you have unlimited extenders? Why did you open up 2 copies of Super Poly? Okay, I think I might be dead here. If I can draw a Z-Amin on my next turn, I might be saved. Or maybe I can... Okay, if I open a Z-Amin, if I open any tuner, I might still be okay. Ow! Can when the branded players know more about activate branded fusion into Mirror Jade? Ah, my feelings. So I can potentially still go into Baron. I just need to grab 1 tuner. Wait, what is this? When a spell card or monster effect is activated that includes... Why? Why do you have things? Okay, I got a Psy-Frame Gamma. I think I'm just dead. Thank you, Psy-Frame Gamma, for showing up when I need you the most. No! Yeah, that's just unfortunate. My opponent... That's what the Mud Dragon of the Swamp is for. My opponent's playing Mud Dragon of the Swamp for that rare player that's not using dark attributes. Okay, now I can go first. Maybe I can do something. Okay, we got Z-Amin and Beer Note in Jam Extreme Session. Well, it is kind of full combo. It is full combo unless my opponent has a single interrupt. Because I have this Z-Amin, it has to go off, otherwise I'm just screwed. Okay, let's activate the Z-Amin and bring the Foxy Tune to the hand. And the Jam Extreme Session's gonna activate. Nice. And we're gonna activate the Foxy Tune. Discarding the... actually need the Deer Note in my hand, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And we're gonna special summon the Sharaksai. Sharaksai. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. We're gonna activate the Sharaksai, and we're gonna summon the Rising Carp. And the Rising Carp is gonna summon 2 P.U.N.K monsters. But first, I shall chain block. Well, I don't know if you can hear stuff going outside my room, but there are like people here, so if you can hear them, I apologize. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. It's just, you know, Saturday people being loud. Now let's summon the Madam Spider and the Deer Note. And the Madam Spider is gonna get me my other trap card. Now we synchro into Jam Dragon. And Jam Dragon is gonna get me my stuff, and so is Deer Note. So Deer Note is a little more important than Dragon Dive, so I'm gonna activate Deer Note first to summon the Sharaksai, and the Jam Dragon is gonna get me a Psychic monster to my hand. I have 2 copies of Ash Blossom in my hand. And I'm gonna get me the... let's see here. I don't have any other extenders, so I think the best thing to do is just to get another copy of the Almond. There we go. Wait! I did have more extenders. I have I have Jam Drive. Extreme Jam. To summon another thing. Dang it! Alright, that's fine. I'm still getting used to this deck. Okay, my opponent is running Dark Magical Circle, and for some reason decided to put Dark Magical Circle in the same zone that Imperm is. Alright, let's activate the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Okay, I gotta read this again. If Dark Magician is normal, you can target. Okay, so Dark Magical Circle targets. You can send 1 spellcaster monster. Okay, special summon this card from your hand. Gotcha. During your main phase, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a spellcaster monster. Okay, gotcha. I think that's going to bring me great trouble, so I think I'm going to Imperm this. Yeah, I'm gonna Imperm the Timaeus. My opponent's running a Grass is Greener Dark Magician deck. I'm gonna Imperm this, and it's also gonna turn off the Dark Magical Circle, because my opponent decided to not play around Imperm for some reason. There's always that one guy that forgets Imperm exists. Okay, battle phase. Let's see here. I don't want him to put his face down back up, so instead, I'm going to activate my trap card instead of synchro summoning. Because he still has a main phase too, so he can still put his face down back on the board again. and it's probably an Eternal Soul. So I don't want him to do this. Okay, now during the end phase, I'm gonna Synchro Summon. I love the summoning animations of the P.U.N.K cards. They're so cool. Alrighty. Let's activate Jam. Then we're gonna activate Amazing Dragon, returning these two cards to the hand. And the next turn, because I added Xiaomin back to my hand, I have another full combo. Psychic Wielder. Now I'm gonna activate Amazing Dragon and summon the Carp. And then I'm just gonna normal summon Xiaomin. And I'm gonna use Xiaomin's effect to draw. To get a Foxy Tune. And I don't think there's any reason to go further. I'll just Synchro Summon here. I got a Quillbolt. I can go even further. I can go into the Turia Beast. Then I'll activate Rising Carp to get Amazing Dragon to attack twice. And then I'll just OTK my opponent. Let's go! Big! Hey, there we go. Alrighty. I think I've got the I think I've got the hang of P.U.N.Ks now. So my opponent is running a Grass is Greener deck. Again, I love these. They're so fun. Why? Why would you do this? We do have Emergency Teleport. I really hope that my opponent doesn't have a Called By. That would be very bad. Now we're gonna activate the Xiaomin to get the Foxy Tune. So I think I should be able to summon Naturia Beast this turn. Now let's dump the Quillbolt and summon the Shraxai. I do have an extender in Instant Contact. And okay, this should be fine. Let's activate the Shraxai and get the Rising Carp. I'm gonna use this Deer Note in my hand because I don't need it. Deer Note is basically just completely useless in the hand. Now we're gonna activate the Carp again and summon the Spider and our other copy of Deer Note. And then Madam Spider is gonna get me the Trap card. Unfortunately, we won't have Extreme Session. So we won't get the extra draws, but honestly, this should be fine. I believe this is still fine. So even though my opponent is gonna be locked out of spells, I think it's still a good idea to put it in defense mode, because my opponent could always still have an Imperm or something. I'm gonna get the Dragon Dive. And this time, I'm gonna get the Psychic Wielder to my hand. So I can have another extender for Hedgehog. Now we're gonna turn this right here. And, let's see. We're gonna summon the Psychic Wielder. I almost summoned the wrong monster. I do that sometimes. We're gonna get the Hedgehog. I'm gonna Synchro Summon using the Hedgehog into Naturia Beast. And I believe I will still have room left over. I'll still have room left over for the other card. I forget what it's called. So let's activate the Instant Contact. And get 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll be able to get a Baron out. Baron! My favorite P.U.N.K card! My god. And I'll put it in defense mode because I'm absolutely terrified of that Imperm combo. Of the Imperm Lightning. Let's go! What was my opponent running? I kind of wish that you could check your opponent's deck. Could you check your opponent's deck? No. No, you could not. Because Konami said no. Ooh. Thank you, Konami. Konami apparently doesn't like checking other people's decks, even though you can do that normally. I really wish you could, though. Okay, I'm going first. That actually terrifies me. Whatever my opponent says, whatever my opponent makes me go first, that actually terrifies me. Okay, so we got a garbage hand, but we did get called by the grave. Okay, let me see. Can only use each of the following. Okay. First of all, I'll activate the effect of Ogre Dance. And I think I do want the other copy of Ogre Dance in my hand. So instead, I'll get rid of Deer Note. That's an Ash Blossom. That's fine. I have a Called By. Let's activate the Called By. Watch my opponent have a max C. I'm calling it now. My opponent's gonna have a max C. And now we're gonna add the Z Amen. Let's see here. You can reveal one other P.U.N.K monster in your hand, especially when either. Okay. Now we're gonna summon the Z Amen. So my opponent might have a response, but my opponent's field isn't actually lighting up. Okay, my opponent's field actually did not light up. That's good. That's good. Never mind. Never mind, my opponent's field is lighting up. That's not good. That is the opposite of good. I don't think there's anything we can do to circumvent it. I have no more interrupts, so we have to continue with our combo. Let's activate the Foxy Tune. Discard this. And I'm gonna discard the Deer Note, because I don't need it in my hand. Alright. Now we get the Sharak Sai. Now that I know, now that I'm a little used to pronouncing this guy's name, I think it's kind of fun. There's a big learning curve, though. My god. Actually, what's really funny is that I originally learned how to speak Japanese because I went to this one concert, this one Japanese concert that was in the US. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then there's these two dudes. There were these two dudes in the manning the projectors and stuff. And I was like, hey, can I take a picture? You mind if I take a picture? And then they looked at me like I was an idiot. And I was like, oh no. These guys, they don't know how to speak Japanese. And that's basically what made me learn how to speak Japanese. I'm still not that good though. I'm not at a level that I would like it to be. Say it. But why? Why are you being mean? Okay, let me see here. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can make this card here, okay? Once per turn, you contribute one P.U.N.K monster, special summon this card from your hand. Okay. Is this... until the end of the turn? Why? Why are you being mean? Stop it. Why do you only have hand traps? Why is your deck filled with nothing but hand traps? Okay, that's still kind of fine. I have a max C, so I can attempt to discourage my opponent from attacking, from summoning literally everything with my max C. Resonators? That's definitely a max C. That's definitely max C worthy. So my opponent probably... I believe Resonators, they have this one effect that allows them to special summon itself. You don't really need to activate... Yeah. Crimson Resonator is the one that just lets it special summon itself. Meaning that I'm gonna get a bunch of cards. Hopefully I draw into a hand trap. I don't think I will, though. Because my luck is absolutely terrible. And even if I do draw into a Psy-Frame, it's not going to do anything because I already have Carp on the field. So I just have to hope that I get a hand trap, some kind of interruption hand trap, before my opponent goes into Nova Dragon. Supernova Dragon. Supernova Dragon is the one that's going to be really bad. Okay. I got my Quillbolt. Now let's see if we can draw into another Foxy Tune. If we draw into a Foxy Tune, I believe we're fine. And my opponent's still not done special summoning yet. My opponent's still gonna special summon a million bajillion monsters. Okay, there's the Gamma. Thank you, Psy-Frame Gamma. So my opponent's gonna go into two more Resonators. And then, yeah, my opponent should go into a Supernova Dragon this turn. Meanwhile, all I have to counteract it is a fish. Is a fish that's not able to do anything. This Deer Note, that's still not a Foxy Tune, but I can still work with this. I can still work with Deer Note. I can still work with Deer Note in Ogre Dance. Ogre Dance will get me the Z-Amin, and the Z-Amin will get me the Foxy Tune. But it'll still be better if I could just hard draw into the Foxy Tune. But why? But why? Why do you have unlimited extenders? You know, I might actually be dead because I don't have enough life points to survive a Supernova Dragon. Okay, that's the emergency None of these are a hand trap. None of these are hand traps. Except for Gamma, which I can't activate.
Oh no.
Thank you, Knuckles. So, my opponent's still able to go into Supernova. Okay, is that the Supernova? That could be the Supernova. Okay, that is the Supernova. However, I don't... Okay, there's the Imperm. My opponent might... Okay, I'm still in this. If my opponent gets rid of my Carp, I can still full combo. What is this? Select one Dragon-type Synchro monster in your graveyard. Remove from play other monsters in your graveyard whose levels equal the level... Okay, so it's basically a more complicated Monster Reborn. So he's probably gonna resummon the regular Red Dragon Archfiend. However, I'm still fine. My opponent won't be able to OTK me. My opponent won't be able to kill me, and I have an Imperm in hand, so I can just turn off the Red Supernova Dragon. Red Supernova Dragon. There's the Ash Blossom. Thank you, Konami. So I can still turn off the Red Supernova Dragon. And my opponent isn't able to respond to it, because even if my opponent does respond to it, it banishes the Red Supernova Dragon, so it literally doesn't matter. Alith! And my opponent does not have any more extenders, so I should still be able to win. You've given me all of the ammo, you fool! Destroy all other monsters you control that did not declare an attack this turn. Okay. Can you imagine if I was playing Runix and I had this hand? I'd have all the ammo in the world. That would be amazing. Anyways, we do have an emergency teleport. So, first off, I'm gonna shotgun the emergency teleport. I should not have activated the emergency teleport. I'm an idiot. Why did I decide to do this? I should have activated Imperm first, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. Okay, that's fine. This is still fine, probably. Ow. I don't know why I decided to do this. Wah! Okay, so first of all, let's activate the Foxy Tune. Getting us the Hedgehog. We're gonna pretend like Imperm doesn't exist. We're gonna pretend that we didn't draw that. Let me think. Okay, let's activate the Hedgehog. I want to bait my opponent into doing something, because I believe I still have extenders. Okay, my opponent didn't do anything. Just go into Baron. I guess we just go into Baron? Let's go into Baron. Ah! Why did I forget to activate Infinite Imperm? Why did I decide to do that? I'm stupid. Okay, now we get the Rising Carp. I think. Yes? Okay, that's fine. We activate the Baron. I don't know if Baron can actually negate it. It did negate it! Let's go! And we'll use the Baron to destroy the Red Dragon Archfiend. Then, we'll activate the effect of Deer Note to special summon Wagon. Wagon's gonna activate, getting us the field spell. I'm taking so much damage. Now, we activate the field spell. And I have two options. I think I'm just gonna go into Psychic and Punisher and just attack over the Red Rising Dragon. No, wait, I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Okay, let's activate the Extreme Jam Session and get rid of the Foxy Tune. To summon Ogre Dance. Now we're gonna summon the Madam Spider. The Madam Spider's gonna activate, getting us the trap card. I only have 500 life left, but this is good, because Psychic and Punisher is OP. Next, I'm gonna grab the Psychic and Punisher. I love the summoning animation of Psychic and Punisher. It's so cool looking. Then, we're gonna go into Amazing Dragon. For some reason, my opponent waited until I summoned Baron to activate Red Nova Supernova Dragon, and also for some reason, I decided to forget to activate Infinite Imperm. And that's Red Supernova Dragon gone. Even if it was unaffected, I can still attack over it. There's so much attack! Let's go! 1,000... 11,000 attack! Let's go! What happened? What happened to you, Red Supernova Dragon? You used to be so good. Now you lose to a single Mirror Jade. To be fair, everything loses to a single Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade. Konami, why do you have to do this? Alrighty, we're going first again. I was so bit confused on what happened to the Sprite pack. Can't seem to unlock it. Did Konami might have, I don't know, gotten rid of it? Because you know, FOMO, because FOMO is a thing. And also cold money. Alright, let's get rid of the Psy-Frame Gear Gamma, because it's completely useless in my hand. And we're gonna summon the Sharaksai again. And the Sharaksai is gonna do its thing to fusion summon. And... this one. Yeah, I can check the shop pack. I can check the shop later after this duel. Because Konami might have just removed it, because they do like to do that. Okay, let's get the Madam Spider and the Deer Note. My one copy of Madam Spider, so I can get the trap cards. The trap cards are really good. Unfortunately, the Wagon is a really weak P.U.N.K card because it gets you the spell cards, and the only remotely viable spell card is the field spell. Okay, let's chain block like this. Let's activate Deer Note. It's gonna target the Sharaksai. We're gonna activate Dragon Dive. And we're gonna chain block with Xiamen. And let's grab... I already have a Xiamen, so I think I'm going to grab the... Psychic Wielder. You know, maybe I should have grabbed something else. Oh well. Some pack, when expired, stays in the Shadow Realm. They really need to make some of the packs viable again, or at least update related packs. Yeah, this is Konami. It's like... I was trying to make punks, but there's no way to unlock the P.U.N.K pack, because the P.U.N.K pack, it doesn't exist. When this card is normal summon, you can add one Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames. I'm gonna say no. Here, have an Ash Blossom. I activate Forehead! Dang, this guy is taking a Uriah deck into World Championship qualifiers. But why? Stop it. Look at your opponent's hand, choose one card from it, and shuffle into the deck. Okay. I'm not really sure why he didn't just take my monster. A better option was to just take my monster, but okay. Oh no, my Xiamen! Whatever shall I do? My one and only tutor. He's playing Dark Reckoning Beast sprites. What the heck is going on? That's rather depressing. Yeah, Konami! That's one of the things that I don't like about this game, is that Konami puts new cards, but they don't put new packs for some reason. Except for Albaz. If this card is special summon, you can add one sprite monster from your deck to your hand except sprite blue. No. I refuse! That is not allowed! That is legal! Wait, when you activate a P.U.N.K card or effects it... When you activate a P.U.N.K card or effect that targets a card your opponent controls, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. The attack becomes half until the end of the turn. I mean, there's no reason not to use this. There's no reason not to use this. Wait! Wait! Ah! I should have waited to use it. I should have waited to use it because I'm gonna be summoning Amazing Dragon, and I believe, yeah, Amazing Dragon targets. Oh well. Master Duel Albaz structure, removing every single good card from it because of profit, basically. Okay, so Gigantic Sprite. During your main phase, you can activate Sick. Detach one material from a monster you control, and if you do, special summon one level 2 monster from your deck. Neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of his turn except level rank 2. Okay, which means that I have to activate Shiraksai right now. I mean, there's no reason to get rid of Shiraksai, so let's instead use Madam Spider. I'm also waiting for a Punk pack, since I had some of the newer Punk cards. Yeah, I had most of the newer Punk cards, except for 3 Ultra Rares. Why? Why do you have unlimited extenders? Stop having unlimited extenders. It's not nice. Oh wait! I get to summon my Dragon Dive. Because Master will be... Why do you only have extenders? Or why do you only have answers? Stop it. Kind of waiting for the Gold Pride to come out before buying Punk on Master Duel. Yeah, I did hear that they're gonna be really good with Punks. I haven't tested it myself, but I'm pretty excited for it. Okay, we got Deer Note. I can work with this. Yeah, I can work with it. Okay, so I'm gonna summon the Psychic Wielder. I'm going to tribute summon the Deer Note. I can go into Zeus, but I don't really want to. I think this play would be better. And we're going into Adamancipator Risen. Because I have the Carp. The Carp is a water attribute because reasons. And Deer Note is gonna get me back a card. Let's see here. Let me see. So, Shiraksai is any using... Okay, 1 Punk... Synchro summon 1 Punk Synchro monster using monsters you control, so it doesn't have to be Punk. So I'm gonna summon back the Shiraksai. Over here. Hello? On top, hello! Dragite's Excavation effect is completely useless in this deck because I'm not running the rock, so there's no reason to activate it. In hindsight, perhaps I should have summoned the Shiraksai in the fence position. However, I won't be able to do damage. Ohio. Oh no! It's the Dark Beckoning Beast. When this card is normal summon, you can add... Okay. I can't do anything to interrupt this. When this card is activated, add... This man is playing Sprite... Whatever this deck is called. You fool! I have an Adamancipator Risen. Unless if this is a bait. This could be a bait. Okay. It's a Ghost Ogre. I can just Synchro Summon. Let's go! I actually really like Punks. I can finally play a good deck Because as a streamer, it's kind of impossible to play good decks. Because if you play a meta deck, like, because people don't really want to watch meta decks because, I mean, they play against meta all the time. So instead, I can play against a meta deck that people haven't seen as much, especially not in Master Duel, because Deer Note didn't come out until much later. And then by then, the Punk archetype wasn't as good because other stuff came out. Okay, let me check the shop. Let me double check the shop for sprites. I think it might have been taken out. Oh yeah, sprites were taken out. I think it was taken out. I think it was taken out once the Synchronized Cosmos came out. I don't remember exactly. Yeah. Actually, before I continue, let me slurp all of these up. Oh yeah. It's delicious. All of these really pointy, shiny things that let me fuel my gacha addiction. Because thank you, Konami. I'm playing multiple card games currently. I'm playing Master Duel and Shadowverse. Shadowverse is very hard. Shadowverse is a very hard game to make cards in, unless if you only play Shadowverse, because that game uses rotation format. I don't like rotation format. It's mean. Actually, I was playing Shadowverse, right? Because, like, the last rotation that they did, not only did they rotate out a bunch of cards that I was using so I could no longer use them, they nerfed the cards that are currently in rotation, so you have no choice but to play the new stuff. And I'm like, no! Cygames, no! I'm not made out of money. I'm just a little guy. Okay, who's going first? I think my opponent is going first because they didn't actually select anything. I do have a Max C, and I do have an Ash Blossom, and I do have an Imperm. Let's go! I activate Max C. My opponent's playing Heroes. He's making sure he's well equipped for the tier matchup. Okay. I can't Imperm it, but I would rather Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom so I can get the Gamma. Ooh! Wait. Let's go! I activate Side Frame Gear Gamma. The deck should see further support in the hero too, so that's something to look forward to. Glad Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have rotation. Thanks, Konami Confused. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh is, I think, the only card game that I know of that doesn't use rotation format. Or like set rotation. And he's like, I think it's kind of a pick your poison thing, because like, set rotation, you have to constantly be changing out your deck, but ban... I can't let you do that, friend. But ban list, it can get things to be bloated, and power creep. Power creep happens a little faster in ban list format, so I think there's good things and bad things about both formats, but I think it's mostly just down to a preference thing. However, ban list, your cards should be viable for longer. Ban list, it's easier to get into. Ban list is easier to play casually. Like, you don't have to main a card game. But yeah, are you talking about the support for Punk or for Heroes? Because they are getting more support in the future. Because Punk, you can probably combine them with Gold... what's his face? But why? Stop it. Oh, okay. In hindsight, I should have activated Imperm first. Because now that I have my Psi frames on the field, I can't actually activate Imperm. Can you tell that I'm not used to playing with Psi frame gears? I actually specifically made Psi frame gears for this P.U.N.K deck because I don't usually use them. Dang! I play heroes and even I'm impressed with how much my opponent was able to play through my negates. However, my opponent is currently playing under my max C, so... Okay, so my opponent activated or added Spirit of Neos, so I gotta watch out for that during the battle phase. Getting main deck masked heroes would be great. Well, you don't actually really need any more masked heroes, because really you only need Dark Law. Wait, what? When your opponent's monster, okay. During the end phase, banish the face-up monster special summoned by this effect. What happens if I just say no? Wait, what? Was that an optional thing? What was the extra effect? Okay, that's weird. First off, I'll activate Jam Session. This is why reading is important. It is important. That's why I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Well, okay, so I got 3 copies of Foxy Tune. I'll activate my Foxy Tune to summon the Quillbolt Hedgehog, or to dump the Quillbolt Hedgehog so I can summon it back. Next, I'll special summon my Z-Almond. Oh, your next small pack, Master Duel release, has more hero support. Be able to get Hero Mist faster. Yeah, basically you just need, with it, you basically... It basically makes, Shadow Mist searchable. What card do I want to my hand? Let's get Ogre Dance. It basically makes Shadow Mist searchable, so you'll able to, and it special summons Shadow Mist for you, so you'll be able to search out Mask Change, and then summon Dark Law. Okay, what am I actually doing? So let's activate the emergency teleport. Because I want a copy of Sharaksai. I probably should not have started this duel without going to the bathroom first. Oh well. I'm just playing a 20-card combo deck. Let's get rid of these 2 copies of Foxy Tune because I don't need it, and my opponent was gracious enough to give me unlimited fusion ammo. Next, I will summon a Deer Note and this Madam Spider from my hand. I don't really want this Madam Spider in my hand, but oh well. Now let's activate Madam Spider. And Madam Spider is gonna get me this guy. Next, what does Ogre Dance do when your opponent, okay? You can only activate, contribute 1 P.U.N.K monster, special summon this card from your hand. Okay. Let's activate Ogre Dance. And I'm gonna get rid of Madam Spider. And I'm going to Synchro Summon into a dragon. This is actually really difficult, attempting to play P.U.N.K while having a full bladder. This is not ideal. And we're targeting... I don't know. Foxy Toon? I really need to use the restroom! But this deck won't let me! My opponent just gave me extenders for days. Because he allowed me to draw a bunch of cards off of Max C. Okay, let's get the Psychic Wielder to the hand. Next, I'm going to go into Psychic End Dragon, or Psychic End Punisher rather. Sorry, I'm not commenting as much as I should normally commentate because I really have to use the restroom. Then let's summon the Shiraksai and special summon the Wielder. And next, I'm going to activate the Psychic End Punisher to banish the Psychic Wielder and the Dread Decimator. Wait, I should not have done that! I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I forgot. I forgot that Spirit of Neos does things. Alright, that's fine. So activate Psychic End Punisher and attack. I won't have any battle tricks, unfortunately. Yeah, going second, but I forgot that can make this card gain attack equal to that monster's attack until the end of this turn. There's no reason not to activate this. Yeah, so I forgot. He added Spirit of Neos, but I forgot that it activates when when I do a direct attack. So I shouldn't have banished the Dread Decimator. That's my mistake. Attack! Because reasons! Let's go! And then next, I'll activate the Quillbolt Hedgehog. And... I don't have any Shiraksai left in my deck. So I can't actually Synchro Summon with it. If I want to keep the dragon alive. Okay, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Oh well. Because I only have 2 copies of Shiraksai in my deck. I think. You know what would be funny? What would be funny if I actually had 3 copies of this in my deck? Then I'd be very sad. Okay, Fusion. I don't know why you decided to activate it there, but okay. I'll take it. My opponent decided to completely ignore the effects of Infinite Imperm in the World Championship qualifiers. Let's go. And I still do have a Narashi surprise. Okay, my opponent's about to end his turn. There's no reason. Actually, I can't actually Synchro Summon to add the Spirit of Neos back to hand because he can just activate it again. Okay, let's just attack normally. Let's activate Psychic End Punisher again. Let's go! Jam Drives summons itself from the graveyard. I forget exactly what the condition is for that, but it's not hard to meet. I think it's just activate the effect of a P.U.N.K card. I believe it's when your opponent responds to one of your effects, then it special summons itself. Okay, now let me check my deck. Okay, I was correct. I only have 2 copies of Shiraksai because you rarely normal summon it. Let me check Jam Drive. If your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your P.U.N.K card or effect activation, while this card is a graveyard, can special summon this card. Yeah, that is the correct one. Okay. Let me use the restroom really quickly. I can finally use this screen. Let's go! Alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue. But yeah, like I said before, if anyone wants to duel me, go ahead and say so in the chat and I will do them. I keep forgetting to check my, because I use a laptop to check the overlay, the stream overlay and stuff. I keep forgetting to check to see if it's blocking the life point counter or anything else that's important. Okay, so we have full combo and plenty of things to block my opponent from responding to stuff. Realize I said flying carp instead of rising carp? Honestly, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Okay, my opponent's running a 46 card deck. That is a max C. I shall activate Ash Blossom. There's still a chance that my opponent could have an Ash Blossom or another hand trap, so I'm keeping the Call by the Grave in the hand. Now with our Zia Aben, that's full combo. Now we're activating the Foxy P.U.N. Foxy P.U.N. is going to send the Shiraksai to the graveyard because I don't actually need it. Now we're gonna get the Shiraksai. This is gonna activate and it's gonna summon the Carp. I'm speed dueling. I'm speed clicking. Maybe I don't think I should actually activate that. I don't think I should activate that, in case I need it later, this later turn. Probably not though. Let's get a Madam Spider and the Deer Note. So I don't think we'll be able to summon Psychic and Punisher this turn, but that's fine. Honestly, that's probably fine. Let's get the Nashiwari Surprise. I think in this format, Nashiwari Surprise is better than the other one, cause... Hold on, about to sneeze. Oh, there we go. Is better than the other one, because the other one, it negates an effect on the field, but it basically does absolutely nothing against tier. Does nothing against tier, so I'm getting the other one instead. I mean, it's still useful, it's just significantly less useful on tier. Okay, so I have no further extenders, so instead I'll add another copy of the Almond to my hand. Next, I'll throw down 2 face downs and I'll end my turn. And I still have a Max C in my hand, so that's pretty good. I want to see what my opponent's running with his 47 card deck. Oh, he's running pendulums. This one. You're not the only one with Max C, my friend. Looks like he's running Pendulum Magicians, or just pendulums in general. There really is no actual pendulum deck. It's just, you combine all of them together. So, I can activate Called by the Grave. I think I'm gonna activate Called by the Grave to get rid of this. Because I'm not gonna be able to use it any other time, because pendulums don't go to the graveyard. Now, I think I will be able to deal with his pendulums. Once per turn, if you have a pendulum card, you can discard 1 pendulum monster and target 1 spell trap on the field, destroy. Okay, gotcha. Honestly, I've yet to figure out how to beat tier with P.U.N.K. The typical answer would be Shifter, but P.U.N.K. too reliant on the graveyard for that. Yeah, basically. I can attempt to get rid of one of his scales. I think I'm gonna attempt to get rid of one of his scales because I already have a bunch of removal. I'm gonna get rid of his low scales because Pendulum Magician doesn't have a lot of low scales. Because most of the Odd Eyes cards, they're scale 8. Just play Crow. Oh no! He had it! Oh wait, no, this is scale 5. If you have a Magician or Performing Pal card in your other Pendulum Zone, you can destroy this card. If you do, place 1 Magician monster from your deck. No! No, he had the out! Okay, that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. The only thing that I have to worry about is if he summons Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. I just have to worry about if he has Odd Eyes Persona Dragon, then I'll be fine. Otherwise, he's not gonna be able to negate the effect of Jam Dragon. Really? Really, you're playing regular Odd Eyes. Alright. I don't think people play regular Odd Eyes in Pendulum Magician anymore. So before he does anything else, the only thing he'll be able to go into is a Link monster. But he can still attack over my monsters. And I don't think I want to give him the choice. I'm not gonna even give him the option to go into his Link monsters. So I'm gonna go into Amazing Dragon. Let's get rid of the this, and that's it. And leave him with his scales. Because he can just reset the scales, so there's no point in getting rid of his scales. Either way, I don't think he can get rid of Amazing Dragon. Is Oath Dragon Magician more than once per turn? Oath Dragon Magician. Oh wait, no, it only... Okay. I think Oath Dragon is only once per turn. What did I get rid of? I don't actually know. Okay, so we have Z-Amin, which means full combo. Okay, first of all, let's get the Amazing Dragon back. And I'm gonna get Rising Carp. Because I have another Z-Amin, and I can just resummon this. Haven't seen a lot of people use Skullmeister. I think it's because a lot of people forget that that card exists. Because it's not a level 3 Ghost Girl. Alright, let's go in the Psychic and Punisher. And I believe I'll be able to end this turn. It's so cool! Wait, does it have like some kind of drill cannon arm thing? It has some kind of Mega Man arm cannon. That's honestly hilarious. Okay, I don't think my opponent has any way of... Okay, let's go! That'll teach you for running regular Odd Eyes in your Odd Eyes deck. Yeah, people just don't play regular Odd Eyes in Odd Eyes. Actually, I have seen the new Zark support. It looks really cool. It's finally another deck. It's finally Pendulum support that doesn't involve summoning a Baron. And instead, it summons the Zark. And it also gives Pendulum Magicians an additional extender, because Pendulum Magicians traditionally have a pretty hard time going into a rank 2 without Pendulum summoning first. So I think it's really good support for it. It's also very cool looking. I like cards that are cool looking. They're fun. I see I'm going up against Isekai Yusei from a different dimension and or timeline. It's kind of confusing. So I got Z-Amin and Crossout, which means and an Imperm, and Psyframe Gear Gamma. This Gamma is completely useless in my hand right now, so there's no point. Now let's activate Z-Amin. Getting the Foxy Tune, and I'm gonna use the Foxy Tune to discard the Gamma. My opponent is running a 45 card deck. That is very interesting. I actually had some ramen yesterday. It was really good. It's just ramen from like a store, but it was like a ramen shop. I just ordered takeout. It was really spicy. I don't like non-spicy ramen. It was like I remember this was a couple years ago, but back when I was in college, right? I was talking to these literally doing elevator talk. Because the elevator in my building, in the art building that I was in, takes forever. It takes so long. Oh no! The Nibiru! I don't have a Nibiru in here. I don't have the Nibiru. This is the first guy I ran into who's played Nibiru I think I've ever seen in, I don't know, like 2 months. Okay, so I still have a Deer Note. Let me think. So I can still get the Madam Spider. Can gain life points. Okay, you contribute 1 Punk monster. Special on this card. Send this card from the hand or field to graveyard. Send one card from here, okay. If you okay. So let's summon the Madam Spider so I can have an interrupt in my hand. On the sauce note, sweet chili is great. It is. Now let's get... I already have a negate on the field, and I don't have to be afraid of my opponent's Lightning Storm. So I'm going to set everything except Crossout, because if I get a Foxy Tune, Foxy Tune's effect requires a discard. So I'm going to keep the Crossout in my hand, in case I top deck a Foxy Tune. Can you imagine I Synchro Summon into a level 14? Oh no! Oh no! Banish this card from the graveyard. Special one Orcus monster from your deck, except Harp Horror. Also, you cannot. Okay. This might be important. So if I imperm this, it won't be able to activate its effects this turn. And I know Harp Horror is really important in Orcus decks. So I'm gonna shotgun the imperm and hope that my opponent doesn't go into something else. But yeah, I was just having an elevator talk with some other students, and one of them was like, we're talking about ramen, and right, it's like, I've gotten to the point, and I was like, I've gotten to the point where I cannot eat ramen unless if it's spicy. And then this one other chick that was there, right, was like, why? Isn't like spicy, isn't the spicy just pain flavor? And I was like, you know, you're not wrong. Spicy literally just is pain flavor. Wait, what? It's not able to activate its effects. Because, why is it able to activate its effects? Infinite Impermanence says, not able to activate its effects until the end of the turn. It is not yet the end of the turn, and yet my opponent was still able to activate it. I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on. What the heck just happened? Ever tried Yu-Gi-Oh games on other platforms like VR? There's some Minecraft Yu-Gi-Oh servers and stuff. I have tried. I forget what it's called, but it's one of the World Championships. Hold on, let me activate Called By on this Symbol Skeleton. It's one of the World Championship games on the Game Boy. I think it was the one with where you go around Duel Academy and get the duel stuff. And I've also played either 2 or 3 of the 5D's World Championship. I really like that one where you get to actually make a duel runner. Where you actually get to make a duel runner and do time trials with it. That was actually really cool because I really like racing games. Okay, so what did my opponent just set? When a spell, a trap card, or monster effect is activated while you control an Orcus monster, negate the effect, and if you do, banish that card. You can banish this card from the graveyard. Please, I wish to read! Okay, I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I don't think I can actually do anything. If this card is special summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Okay. Yeah, I think I've just lost. I can't actually do anything. Championship 2011 is what I'm talking about. Really good. Yeah, it is. I've also streamed Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's Wheelie Breaker. I think it was like a couple of months ago. I streamed it on the channel. It was really weird. It was really janky, but I feel like if it got a little bit more polish, it would actually be a really good game. Because it seems like a Mario Kart clone, but it's not actually a Mario Kart clone. It's kind of similar to Diddy Kong Racing. I believe it was Diddy. I never actually played Diddy Kong Racing, so I can only guess. I think it's kind of similar to Diddy Kong Racing, of which you get to power up the items by collecting more stuff on the track. I don't think I'm gonna stream the Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship games, because they are kind of slow. The card game itself is kind of slow. And especially I've streamed the first Tag Force game, and I didn't really like it because the card pool was basically just summon a monster, wait for your opponent to summon a monster, attack that monster, repeat until your opponent runs out of monsters. And then 20 turns later, they die. At least at the beginning. Still need to pick up a copy. I think the game was underprinted. I don't remember when it being on the shelves when the Wii games were relevant. Yeah, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh games other than Master Duel, I don't think they tend to get a lot of sales, at least game-wise. I mean, they could still be really, really good. It's just that they're not gonna have appeal to people who don't play Yu-Gi-Oh games. And you kind of need that. And that's why I think Master Duel being free to play is a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it's free to play. On the other hand, it's free to play. Okay, once per turn when you can... I keep forgetting what Ogre Dance does. Okay, you contribute 1 P.U.N.K card, special summon this card. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Add 1 P.U.N.K monster. Okay, I'll activate the effect of Ogre Dance. Let's go! My 1 card Ogre Dance. Oh, that's what my Ogre Dance does. It's written on its card effect. Its card text says, your opponent surrenders. Unless the game comes with the card, those sell like hotcakes. Yeah, that's why, I'm kind of like, I'm kind of on that. Because I believe when Duelist Link Evolution came out, it included microcoder, and at the time, microcoder was pretty much required for you to play a Code Talker deck, and that was the only way to get microcoder and some of the other Signet Codex cards. And then so those cards were going for crazy because you could only get them from getting the Link Evolution game. That was I believe was either 40 or 60 bucks. I don't remember exactly. And then the cards came out in a regular pack, and I was like, why you do this, Konami? Why do you do this to me? Yeah. Some of the I mean, it's probably fine if it's like a card that no one uses or maybe like alt art, but when it's a card like microcoder, because I actually have Code Talkers IRL, but I didn't want to buy a Switch game. I didn't want to buy another Switch game. That's probably gonna, like, die in a couple of months. I mean, just look at Rush Duels. It died within, like, maybe a week or two. Because Konami refuses to support it. Because I think they're terrified of speed duels. They're terrified. I think Konami is terrified of doing new things because of speed duels and what's it called? Cross duels. Cross duels just never made it. Cross duels just got kicked in the butt immediately, right out of the gate. Anyways, let's send the Hedgehog into the graveyard so we can get the Z-Almond back. Rush Duels is still widely popular. Not over here. It's popular in Japan, but not over here. No one plays Rush Duels because Konami doesn't... The only way to play Rush Duels is to get the... What's it called? The only way to play Rush Duels is to use the Switch game, and no one uses... What am I doing? What am I doing? Do not play punks and try to talk about something else at the same time. Oh no! I just made an oopsie. Oh well, I can still save it with Sharaksai. But yeah, no one plays Rush Duels, especially not the physical kind, because the physical kind doesn't exist in the West. That's why downloaded Rush Duel game is really handholdy though. It is really. It's like it's marketed to people who don't play Yu-Gi-Oh. Meanwhile, I'm still playing punks and still talking about something else. When will I ever learn? Relax, it's all part of my strategy. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to summon... I don't think I'll be able to summon Naturia Beast because I messed up. Oh well. Actually, no. I still might be able to use it. Okay, so let's get Deer Note. Deer Note's gonna get me the Sharaksai. And the Dragon Dive is gonna get me a Psychic Wielder. Kenyaki, I can fix them, punk. I can! That's literally the point of my channel. So let's get the Psychic Wielder. Get the Quibble. And we're gonna summon the Psychic Wielder and go into a Naturia Beast. I still saved it. Maybe. The only main thing is that, unfortunately, I think if I hadn't messed up, I believe I would have been able to summon a Psychic End Punisher alongside of this Naturia Beast. Oh well. I actually do really like the Rush Duel, some of the Rush Duel card art though. They look pretty cool. And I really like the card format, like the actual card design, of which you can actually see their numbers, okay? I don't know why you decided to activate Servant of Endymion when I have Naturia Beast. If my opponent's running an Endymion deck, I think I've just won. I think I might have just won. I think I won. Unless my opponent's playing some kind of convoluted, I don't know, Blasting the Ruins deck. Okay, sure. Oh no! My opponent's planning on milling me out. That's why he's playing a over 40 card deck. Okay, my opponent's playing Into the Void. I no longer feel bad about completely shutting down his deck from using one monster. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go! My opponent is playing Chicken Game. I no longer feel bad about completely owning him using a single card. See, this is why you have to show no mercy to your opponent. Because if you show mercy, you know that they're just gonna be running some kind of Secret Village of the Spellcaster the that one card of which I forget what it's called, but you pay like 5,000 life points and summon any extra monster and there's an FTK. Let's go! My god. Okay. Let's go into Psychic and Punisher. Cyberstein, yeah! I don't know why I was blanking on that. It just was. Today is just one of those days. This is what you get for playing chicken game! I countered your... This is what you get for playing Secret Village of the Spellcasters. I countered your floodgate with my floodgate.
This is a good result.
Thank you, Shulk. Oh man. This is what... No mercy! No mercy! I can't check my opponent's deck right now, but I just know he's playing a Cyberstein somewhere in there. The Sprite Blue dual pet should have came with a singular untradeable Sprite Blue UR. Konami wouldn't do that. It's Konami. They don't do things for free. Oh man, that was actually really satisfying. And now my room is just a furnace. Hello? Hello! Mr. Bully McGuire. Amazing. They're only showing love to BW players, 5 URs in the structure. Yeah. Yeah, Black Wings is crazy. The structure deck is crazy. I actually think I can build Black Wings. Let me check the structure deck real quick. I actually think I can build Black Wings. A pretty competent Blackwing deck using only these cards. Well, mainly using these cards, because you basically have the entire Blackwing engine, and all you need to do is combine it with a couple of Raid Raptor cards, and perhaps Red Supernova Dragon. And then you're basically just set. Basically. Because the most important Blackwing card in here is probably Zephyros the Elite and Yada the Emblem of Wandering, which are 2 URs, and then just gives it to you. And it gives you all the Blackwing synchros for free. And you also get the Blackwing Armor Master. Not this one, the level 10 one. The big scary dude, you get it for free if you've been playing Master Duel in the past month or two, because it just gives it to you. That is an idea, just sell singles in a shop for those of us with awful luck pulling URs and SRs, basically. Ah! You know, let me tell you this one funny story of me. Back when I was a kid, me, my brother, and my cousin, we used to play IRL Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time. None of us knew how to play it because the anime doesn't teach you how to... The anime teaches you the wrong thing. The anime teaches you the wrong thing, so none of us knew how to play it. But one day we were just at this one card shop, like 2 hours away from my house, because there are no locals nearby. There is a locals nearby my house, but they don't stock Yu-Gi-Oh! They stock every other game that's not Yu-Gi-Oh! For some reason. But my brother, he bought one pack, and he somehow pulled a Ghost Rare Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And he doesn't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. I'm like, why? Why do you do this to me? Yeah, either Raid Raptor into Kali Yuga or pure Blackwings in the Synchro Turbo. Also, Beezle Turn OTK. Basically, Blackwings are crazy. They summon a thing that summons another. It's basically Junk Speeder, except more. Alright, let's continue. So, looks like I'm going second. I want to see what kind of monstrosity this guy has to go against me. What do you have? I have Xiamen, Foxy Toon, and Ogre Dance. I have full combo. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bait using Ogre Dance first. I do have an Ash Blossom. What is this? Oh, oh no, he's playing Plunder Patrol. Ship, shape, ships, shipping. Try saying that 5 times fast. Lease. I do know that Plunder Patrol's got a new support in Pendulum. In a Pendulum monster, I believe. During the main phase, quick effect, you can special summon one Plunder Patrol monster card from your hand or face of field. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can discard one Plunder Patrol card, negate that activation, and if you do, destroy it. If this card is equipped with Plunder Patrol card, you can add one Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your hand. Gotcha, so it's a negate. You're fine, just Ash Blackbeard on your turn? Maybe. The thing is that he doesn't have a lot of ammo left in his hand. I used to be familiar. I used to be more familiar with Plunder Patrol, but I just stopped playing it. And then so I don't remember what they do. During the main phase, okay, he's going into a Blackbeard probably. That is a Link 2. You can banish this card and target one Plunder Patrol. Equip one emblem of the Plunder Patrol or one Plunder Patrol monster from your deck to that target. Okay. You can send this equipped card to the graveyard. The graveyard! Special summon one Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster on the field of the graveyard. Then take the monster that was equipped with this card and equip it. Okay, so basically it special summons from the graveyard, equips itself. Like I said before, I'm gonna attempt to bait out using Ogre Dance. I'm gonna bait out using Ogre Dance. Negate it! Negate it! You know you want to. You know you want to. Do it. No! He didn't negate it! Okay, that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. Because I'll add a copy of Deer Note to my hand, and Deer Note can special summon a thing. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do... What if he doesn't? Let me think. Let's activate Foxy Toon. Negate it! You know you want to. Now! This is a negate, right? Quick effect, you can discard one Plunder Patrol card, negate the activation. Okay, yeah. That's probably... Okay, so let's send the Ogre Dance. And summon... a... Xiamen. No, I think I'm gonna summon a... Wagon instead, because if he's letting me do all this, I think he's waiting for the Carp or Xiamen. So he's probably gonna let me do this. And after that, it doesn't matter because I have an instant contact in my hand and I can synchro into a Baron. And even if he negates this and destroys the Wagon, I can still summon a Baron because I still have my normal summon left. In an emergency, I can even summon using my Ash Blossom. My opponent, he's shaking in his boots. Look at him right there. He's grinning, but this is his poker face. He's actually crying. During your opponent's turn, you can special summon one Plunder Patrol monster from the extra deck with the same attribute as a monster your opponent controls or is in their graveyard. Okay, so that's an Earth monster. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can add one Plunder Patrol card from your deck to hand. Then if this card is equipped with a Plunder Patrol card, you can special summon one Plunder Patrol monster from your deck. Okay, so it adds and then summons if it's equipped. It is equipped. That is not good for me. So let's activate Extreme Session. Then I'm gonna use the Instant Contact. To go into a Baron. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I've made this mistake before. How's the art for the next Can We Fix It video coming along? I've done one of them. I don't want him to summon anything else, so I'll just use an Ash Blossom here. I've done one of them. It was kind of tricky. Oh no, a call by the grave. My one weakness, the out. So I've done one of them. I'm planning on doing 3 custom artwork cards. But there is one of them that's done. It was kind of tricky because it was a mechanical thing, and I suck at mechanical things. It was like, I'm primarily an animator. If I was an illustrator, it would be way easier. Okay, so my opponent's gonna summon something. I hope that it doesn't have a summon effect. Okay. He's gonna summon this. He's probably gonna activate it. He did not activate it immediately. Now we go into Baron. And I still have my normal summon, and I have a special summon from Extreme Session. Mechanical, you say? Yeah, it's like a machine-looking thing. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, because you're definitely not gonna guess it. Alrighty, now let's activate Baron. Let's see. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can add one Play Patrol card. Then if this card is... okay. I'm gonna summon the Xiaomin. Yes? Are you going to respond, my friend? Katakuri? Ooh, that's an interesting deck, but no, it's not Katakuri. During opponent's turn, you can special summon one Plunder Patrol monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster your opponent controls or in the graveyard. Okay. Maybe I should have used Fleur Baron first. Okay, what is this? If a Plunder Patrol card... okay. You can discard one Plunder Patrol card, then target one effect monster your opponent controls, banish it. Well, that's not very nice. Anyways, let's activate Baron. And force him to activate it. I'm gonna force him to activate things because I believe I can still summon... Amazing Dragon this turn. He is contemplating. He is shaking at his pirate boots. Yar har me heart. Oh no! Okay, that's he had the out. My one weakness, the out. So I think I have to negate this. Mech Lords? No, it's not Mech Lords. Stop it. It's not nice. Why do you have infinite negates? Now let me just tell you now, Whoa! Stop it. Let me just tell you now, by, purely because I said mechanical, you're not gonna get any clues from the word mechanical. Okay, what does this do? If you control a Plunder Patrol monster, you can special summon this card. If this card is set from the hand or field to the graveyard, okay. Does my opponent have any other interrupts? I don't think so, so let's activate Z-Omen. And I'm going to add... I already used both of these effects though, so I think I'm gonna add a copy of Sharaksai in FA? Nope, it is not FA. Thank you, game, for the side-frame driver. Oh man. And let's activate the Deer Note in the hand. I'm gonna show my opponent the Sharaksai. And we're gonna summon the Sharaksai. During the main phase, quick fake, you can special summon one Plunder Patrol monster, okay? When your opponent activates... What did he use? This effect was activated this turn. During the main phase, you can special summon, okay? Quick effect. You can discard one Plunder Patrol and get the activation if you destroy it. It did use it, right? I'm not going insane. It did use it. Discard one, Plunder Patrol. Then... negate the activation. Okay, this is only once per turn, right? You can only use... Okay, it is only once per turn. That's good. I'm running out of time! Now! Okay, I gotta hurry him. I gotta hurry up here. This one. Not that one. There we go, into Rising Carp. It's gonna summon this Deer Note. And it's also gonna summon this Madam Spider. Now we go into a level 8 after activating Madam Spider. This one. Gotta hurry. Now we go into Jam Dragon. I know! I know! I'm going as fast as I can! This one. This one. Oh god! I think I have to stop. I think I just have to stop activating things. Why does this happen? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me do something quickly. Wait, what? It's special summon. Okay. It's special summons. No time to be fancy. Come on, let's go. Wah! End, quickly. Okay, let me give you an explanation why I didn't attack a Plunder Patrol ship. It's because it's an attack position, right? And if I attack it in attack position, my opponent would have less life points than I do. So now Psychic and Punisher would no longer be immune to things. And if I had enough time to summon Amazing Dragon, then I probably could have won. However, I did not have time to do that, so... Okay, that's fine. Next turn, I don't have any interactions now, so I'll have plenty of time next turn, with the sole exception being Dragon Drive, which is gonna special summon itself if something happens, which I don't think it will. So my opponent doesn't have an easy way of getting rid of the Psychic End Punisher. Not even an Accesscode talker will be able to take it out. So my opponent must have, in order to get rid of it, you need a Kaiju or some kind of passive effect. Ancient Gear is also an option. Many machine decks suck. Yeah, they do. Ancient Gear is not a deck. It is the Ancient Gear box. It is the Ancient Gear box card. Okay. This one banishes. So this Xyz monster banishes. I might still be able to go into Amazing Dragon. It's just that I'll have 60 seconds to pull off my combo, which isn't a lot of time considering that it's P.U.N.K. Come on! Go! No! Why don't I have a Crystal Beef Arnold Mammoth sound effect? I need to get that. You want some pancakes? No! All I have is this.
Dino DNA.
That's an Almirage. So I need to be very careful attacking into his lease. However, if I activate Psychic End Punisher's effect to boost to attack one more time, I can probably just attack over his Plunder Patrol ship and then instantly OTK him. You're summoning a lot of completely useless monsters there, friend. Activate. Now my opponent has an even harder time getting over it. Oh no! Don't get rid of my monster! Don't do that! It's so big! Look at it! It's so big! Let's go! That was a very silly duel. Alrighty. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it off there for today. That was a despite the fact that that was the World Championship qualifiers, that was actually still pretty fun. So I'm gonna end it off there for today. So next week, hold on 1 second. So next week, we're not gonna be having the 3 stream. It's so big. Kenyaki plays 25, 21, 5, 20. Yeah. It's so big! That's what she said! Alright, so next week we're not gonna be having the triple stream thing like last time. We're just gonna be having the 2 stream thing. I highly doubt that I will get the fixing the deck. Actually, no, I'm not gonna have the fixing a deck video ready by next week because it takes a long time. The drawing part, the illustration part, the recording the script part, and the editing part, they all take very long time. It probably won't be until like 2 or 3 weeks until the video is gonna be released. But next week, we're gonna be playing Tears of the Kingdom again on Friday at 4 p.m. And next week on Saturday, we're gonna be playing Master Duel again at 4 p.m. So, if you've been watching for this long, I thank you for watching. I've been Kenyaki, you've been beautiful, and I will see you next time. Goodbye! I keep forgetting to end the poll. I need to end the poll first. Okay, it looks like going fast 1. Going fast 1 with makes me feel alive, my heart beats in hyperdrive with 1 vote each. More of Ken getting lost hype? Exactly. That is exactly going to happen. You have successfully predicted the future.